genuinely an all-time great segment to main event Monday's episode of Raw.
Yep, and it was, so great. So great. Yesterday on our Royal Rumble review, I think I said, man, I'm kind of sad about this because...
Yeah, I wrote that down.
Yeah.
I wrote it down.
Kind of sad about this because I want to see Edge versus AJ. I want to see Edge versus Seth. I want to see Edge versus Aleister Black. I want to see all these sort of dream matchups. I don't want to see Edge versus Randy Orton because you know what this isn't? It's not 2006 anymore, even though we did get Rey Mysterio versus MVP on this episode. And yet, when this finished, I was like, man, I don't think there's a match I'm more excited for at Saudi Arabia than Edge versus Randy Orton.
Don't say that, Luke. It really was, from top to bottom, a amazing piece of wrestling storytelling. It had everything. It had the realism. It had the dramatic moment. It had something genuine anchoring it all, which is the real-life return of Edge, and Randy is pleased to see him back.
Yeah.
And that's what they use to sucker you in, to believe in this reality, and then seamlessly transitioned into wrestling storytelling. It's a wrestling angle, and it elevated all the emotions I would have felt because of it. Yeah.
It wasn't like a drawn out thing where the crowd could then see the heel turn coming. This was like, we are friends and babyface. No, I'm a heel. It was executed flawlessly.
Edge-secuted.
There it was. And I thought Randy was amazing in his post-heel turn work. I thought Edge's selling of the RKO, where he was like, he was like moving his fingers to try and feel the rest of his body. They always say like if you bang the back of your head, you think you're concussed. You like try and count your fingers to like make sure that you're all your capabilities still there. You haven't broken anything or damaged anything. And that's what he was doing. He was there like touching his fingers to make sure that he was okay. And the camera focused on it a little bit. I thought the selling by both guys was just exceptional.
He was making these noises as well that I don't really associate with male wrestling selling. He was kind of going, and it just made me more worried. And honestly, I have not seen a WWE angle connect emotionally like this with the crowd since, I mean, I can't count Roman Reigns and leukemia or Daniel Bryan retiring or Edge retiring because those are real things.
Totally real.
It's not the same thing. This is a wrestling storyline. Having people in the audience with that, like this, shouting, no!
Yeah,
like
I
do
don't
it
want this.
Yeah, I do that at independent wrestling shows because, you get really invested in the characters there. But WWE have done their best to flatten out a lot of that sort of stuff. And the best, I was thinking, God, this is one of the best angles in years. You know what? What am I talking about? Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho, Festival of Friendship.
So, someone has just said that in the comments there. Also, the Mark Henry retirement.
Yes. Okay. So that's how good this was. It's on that level. I can't pick between those three, but those are like the three best segments of Raw of the last 10 years, right? And it was from out of nowhere.
Yeah, it really
even though it was very, very obvious.
Yep.
And that was the moment when he said, "Let's get the team back together." I thought, okay, so that's the story they're going to tell. That's just the way my mind was going. We're going to have a month or two of them working together. Then Randy, oh my God, Randy, no! So and Brian Alvarez really went to bat for that self-destructive personality line, because when Randy says it, it seems it's just like a throwaway line.
Yeah.
But when you look at the whole angle in retrospect, you're like, he was setting it up there.
Oh yeah, he was.
It's really genius.
That's really good.
So what is so good about this? And Edge is fantastic, but it's amazing. In 2020, Edge returned on Sunday night. There's this angle, and I'm the most into Randy Orton. Like, I'm not saying I'm not into Edge, but Randy Orton's performance here was just on another level. He was talking to the demons, the voices in his head, of a way we could make this worse. And the way he found it to be worse is get another chair and hit the one-man concerto on Edge, a move that Edge made famous with Christian back in the day. Just poetically perfect.
But it wasn't just like you know, it was the concerto was him and Christian's move, but when he went solo, he would do the one-man concerto. Like that was his big heel move, is to do the one-man concerto. So for Randy to be like, yeah, I could Pillmanize the neck, but wouldn't it be so satisfying to have hit him with a one-man concerto and put this sumbitch back on the shelf? I thought it was, and the acting from Orton. There have been so many people messaging being like, I don't think Randy wanted to do that angle. I think he felt really uncomfortable doing that angle. And I'm like, no, that's just how good Randy is at selling this.
He is so good. Let's get into your super chats to see what you guys thought. Dina Sisse, where the hell were the Edgeheads? So this is the one bit of criticism that is valid that I've seen for this.
Why didn't
anyone come out to help?
Yeah, I think that's fair enough.
And it is. That is a problem.
For a second, I thought you were going to say the one bit of criticism that has been labelled against is like, Zack Ryder did not show up to save him.
There was no Kurt Hawkins in this segment. I can't get invested. No, but you know, like sometimes stuff is so good that, I mean, that's a significant problem as well.
Yeah.
If the whole locker room are like, oh, I'm so glad Edge is back, yada, I'm like, well, where were you for this?
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it so much, I don't mind. I don't mind.
Yeah.